Right, welcome back everybody. It's 9:45 in the morning on a pretty cold and misty Sichuan day. Today I'm climbing a mountain. It's called Mount Qingcheng, the Azure City Mountain. It's one of the 4 famous Daoist mountains in China. It's going to be good. Let's get going. We haven't actually really started yet. There's a ticket office somewhere, which I haven't got to yet. So I'm just still following the road up. Obviously there's like a coach or a bus that can take lazy people to the gate. However, you know me, I'm gonna walk it. It's only 2 kilometers to the gate apparently, so it's not too bad. And then I've read a few things, spoken to a few people. It's about 4-hour round journey up and down the mountain, which is not too bad. It's only just over 1,200 meters in altitude, which is not super high. Anyway, let's see. I think the views are going to be pretty crap because it is, like I said, it's clearing up a little bit, but it's still a very misty day. However, there are a lot of quite interesting looking old things and temples on this mountain. So let's see what we can find. Okay, looks like we found the main gate. Before we go in there though, this is Gong. It's one of the big palaces at the bottom of the mountain. Let's go and have a look, avoiding the souvenir shops. So there's been a Daoist palace here since the Tang dynasty, about 1400 years. Obviously, it's been knocked down, burnt down multiple times. So what you see now is obviously much more recent. Nevertheless, location-wise, in this beautiful greenery that is everywhere in Sichuan, it does have quite a nice mysterious feel to it.
The current buildings date from the 1800s towards the end of the Qing dynasty. The shady, tree-covered location is worth an explore, but as with most holy mountains in China, you need to get hiking to find the most wondrous places. So, onwards through the main mountain gate we go.
So it was known in history as the quietest, most peaceful, most secluded place in all of China. Pretty sure that's not true today. However, there are not a lot of people here. We're in off season, of course. It is January. It's nice. Warmed up now, so it was kind of cold when I started. As soon as you start climbing these steps, man, I'll be down to a t-shirt soon, I think. These lads were trying to get me to take a sedan chair to the top of the mountain. Do they know I weigh 90 kilograms? Saying that, these guys, they're on every mountain in China, you know. And man, they are strong as hell. Seriously, hiking up and down the mountain is one thing, but hiking up and down the mountain carrying another person, pretty impressive. Crazy job. Maybe I'll do that in one video, you know, just get those lads to carry me to the top of a mountain. I'd feel bad about it. I'd really feel bad about it.
The path leading up the mountain passes through several complexes, useful if you want to rest your legs or grab something to drink. Some of these places are worth a little explore, however, there is always something to find.
What the hell's going on here? Pretty weird. Let's keep going. Continue. There are heaps of Daoist palaces and temples all the way up the path, and every one of them seems to have like a little tea house or somewhere you can get some food and stuff. So yeah, if you're going to come here, don't bother bringing any food or anything with you. Travel light, you can get everything on the way. Oh, I heard a little voice. Hello. Hey. You okay? What's wrong? You okay? You okay? Oh, you're noisy, aren't you? Turn your back on me, cat. Feels really nice to be walking in these beautiful mountains at this time of the year. Obviously last summer, for those of you who follow the channel, I climbed China's 5 great peaks. They were some hot, hot, sweaty days. Goodness me. I think when I climbed Taishan it was like 37 degrees or something like that. And really very little shade. This is pretty nice. Alright, we're just coming to Tianshidong, which is the main temple on the whole mountain, and I think it's the largest temple as well. It's I'm not sure if we're halfway up the mountain yet, but well on the way. Let's go. Very imposing entrance gate. Let's go and have a look. Quite interesting. There was obviously all the Daoists who live here dressed in golden robes performing some kind of ceremony. I didn't really want to film, obviously. Don't really want to stick a camera in someone's face who's doing that. Very interesting though. Also interesting is this tree. It's a ginkgo tree. It's 1900 years old. And I'm sure in the autumn it's beautiful. Because of course ginkgo trees have these lovely golden leaves. Let's keep going, it's quite an interesting place. Feels quite mysterious. But that was some firecrackers, if you didn't realise. Like a machine gun, Jesus. Right, so I took a sneaky bit of footage. But only because I saw about 20 other people doing it. And also, one of the guys in the yellow robes also had his phone out taking photos. So, you know, I don't feel that bad about it. Anyway, let's go. So there are a few main halls in this Daoist palace. Halls to the Yellow Emperor, obviously regarded as the guy who started the Chinese race, very important person in Chinese cosmology, and also, you know, the various Daoist gods. There are many Daoist gods, by the way. It's an interesting place. So this place, since the Han Dynasty, about 2,000 years, has been the home of Daoist thought on this mountain. A very famous guy called Zhang Ling came and studied here and cultivated himself, as they say, and that's what his temple is dedicated to him. Onwards and upwards, not banging my head. It's quite low, this. Alright, so 308 meters to Chaoyang Cave, and then Qingcheng Temple I think is actually the peak. Another 1600 meters to go. Kind of climbed above the mist now, blue skies above, but looking down, well, you can't see anything, just grey. I'm gonna guess that's where I'm going. It's not very far, is it? 20 minutes. So the 5 great mountains, which I climbed last summer, hopefully you saw those videos, they're amazing places. They are all connected to Taoism, of course. However, in addition to that, in China there are the 4 sacred Daoist mountains and the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains as well. This is one of the 4 sacred Daoist mountains. The others being Wudangshan, where I stayed for a month. There's also videos on the channel of that, if you saw them. And 2 others which I haven't climbed yet, which are Qiyunshan and Longhushan. I will get round to them. I'm not going to do them this winter, but I will do them all, I promise you. And the 4 Buddhist mountains as well. Quite a tall order, that, but let's go, let's see if I can do it. They're all amazing places. I mentioned this a lot when I was doing the 5 mountain summer. They're all amazing. I think if you're going to come and visit China, you know, If you live here, obviously just whatever, go to all of them. But if you're just visiting on a holiday, choose one and do it. You will not be disappointed. It'd be a great little thing to add into any trip, I think. Mountains are very fundamentally important in Chinese history and Chinese culture. Right, we're just coming to the Laojun Pavilion, that huge tower. So this pavilion is brand new. The pavilion that stood here beforehand was it collapsed during the 2008 very deadly Wenchuan earthquake. It's obviously it's a pavilion to Lao Tzu, the traditional founder of Daoist thought. Well, that is misty. I quite like it actually. So at 1,260 meters above sea level, this is the peak of the mountain. I should say it's the peak of the front mountain. This mountain has two parts, the front and back. The front part is the part with all the temples and things. The back part is mainly a hiking trail. It's a little bit higher though. There are a few other places on the way down that I'm going to go and have a look at now, so let's keep going. But before I get going, I mean, would I recommend doing this? Yeah, definitely. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's really beautiful. And if you're staying in Chengdu, which is a very popular tourist destination, I'm not staying in Chengdu, by the way, I'm staying in Dujiangyan. But most people who come here probably will stay in central Chengdu. It's a day trip from Chengdu. Easily, you can take the high-speed train all the way to the mountain. It's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And then it's, you know, well, I got to the top here in 2 hours, which is not bad, is it? Probably about an hour to get down and then done. So this is the Qingcheng Palace. Apparently if you want to, there are actually rooms you can stay here overnight, which will be very nice. It's beautiful. This hall, this first hall you come to is the Wenwu Hall. It's the hall to the soldier and the scholar. The soldier being Guan Yu and the scholar being Confucius, and the statues of both of them enshrined together.
Shangqing is the highest temple or palace on the mountain. A temple has been here since the 3rd or 4th century, but as with most things, the current buildings are from the 1800s. Today, it is an incense and music-filled place and a fitting end to this journey.
That's a very interesting temple, that. Most of it's Qing dynasty, with obviously a few even more recent additions. But I think if you stayed there for the night, I think it'd be super, super cool. Kind of a bit wish I did that. Never mind. Anyway, outside the front gate of Shangqing is where I will leave you on this video. Next time, I think I'll be in Beijing for the next video. See you then. All the best. Take care and bye-bye.